me. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for watching Grandma's Attic Music Review. I want to welcome you. Tonight's show is going to be absolutely amazing. I've been waiting for it probably for years, but definitely since we started doing this show. Two of my favorite musicians in New London that I have known for, well, let's just say more than 2 or 3 years, closer to decades, are both here. They've joined forces and put their incredible talent, they've mixed it up with each other, and they recently put out a new EP, and they call themselves She Said, He Said. They're really awesome. I'm going to turn the show over to them because you know what I say, this isn't about me, it's about them. So give a big hand and a big welcome to Hugh Birdsall and Ann Castellano.
Hi, Doc. Thanks. We're going to do a tune called Get Out of Town.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There's a line of cars and they're moving too slow. Don't they know I have somewhere to go? I need to get myself out of this town. I'm feeling trapped and I fear I might drown. Where am I going and will anyone care? I woke up feeling a need to go somewhere. Maybe I'll know when I get there. So many people and places I know. This city of mine just won't let me go. It's much too easy for me to stay here. Something must change, it is perfectly clear. Where am I going and will anyone care? I woke up feeling a need to go somewhere. Maybe I'll know when I get there. If I leave, I will probably be back. But as I speak, I'm beginning to pack. Changes of scenery can do us good. I'm feeling better than I thought I would. Where am I going and will anyone care? I woke up feeling a need to go somewhere. Maybe I'll know when I get there. Maybe I'll know when I get there. I'll know the place when I get there.
You're too kind. So this is a really new one. This is on the single that just came out.
So is the one we just did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This is called Oh If Only. She opens her eyes and the world stops turning. Pain in her heart and her eyes are burning. Now she knows knows how it feels to go too far down the road to nowhere. Crawling back sure takes a long, long time. She apologizes 'cause she keeps not learning, and she recognizes she's always yearning for a life she imagines lies beyond the far horizon. Maybe there and not just in her mind. Oh, if only words could find a way, and she's the only one who can think of words to say. And you know I hang on every line. Down, darkest night is calling, chill in the air, and dead leaves are falling. No light shines on anything to illuminate or give her any hint of the divine. Oh, if only words could find a way, and she's the only one who can think of words to say. And you know I hang on every line and listen while in your arms entwined. Thank you very much. This is an older one but that we don't play very much.
Yes, there's a reason for that. So let's try it. 1, 2, 3.
Shame, shame, humiliation and pain. Shame, shame, humiliation and pain.
I was walking down the street, I was looking down at my feet, with my head hung low, tuned into a melancholy heartbeat. I had been talking to you, what you said it got me so confused. I found myself at the end of my road, I didn't know what to do about shame.
Shame, humiliation and pain. Shame, shame, humiliation and pain.
I got to the edge of town, stopped and I looked around. Tears were burning in my eyes, falling on the ground. On shame, shame, humiliation and pain, shame, shame, humiliation and pain. I didn't know where to go, walking on even so, hearing this voice inside my head, singing soft and low about shame, shame, humiliation and pain.
All right. So this is probably the newest song I've written, and
Ouch.
whoa.
Whoa.
I actually wrote it for 3-pack, and maybe they'll play it. Who knows? But we're playing it right now.
We can still play
It's
it.
called "Your Worst Friend."
It's mystifying how we get on. Seems death-defying how I wander through your day. I breathe the same air as everybody else does. I've traveled all the places where everybody else was. And you say I'm dying, but I live on. It's not for want of trying. I've been to hell and gone. Your unkind remarks don't matter to me. You think you can run, but you'll never be free. I am your own worst friend. I'm so unreal, but let's pretend. And I'll be with you up until the end. You'll have to make the best of it till then. There's no denying you're confused, and no amount of lying will be of any use. And nothing you say seems to get through. I just turn around and put it all back on you. I am your own worst friend. I'm so unreal, but let's pretend. And I'll be with you up until the end. You'll have to make the best of it till then. You'll have to make the best of it till then. You'll have to make the best of it till then.
I'm going to touch this microphone stand and hope that nothing bad happens. There.
Awesome.
this next one is the first song we ever wrote together. And it's a twisted lullaby.
Every time you cry, a star falls from the sky and crashes through the atmosphere, and everybody dies. They drift away through fire and flame, and not a trace remains. The universe forgets them all, and you're the one to blame. Every time you scream, I don't know what you mean. I wish that you would shut your mouth and close your eyes and dream of dinosaurs and butterflies and ice cream cakes and pies. And if you don't, the boogeyman will blacken both your eyes. There's a quiet place inside that maybe you can find. Won't you go to sleep, my dear, and I won't lose my mind. Every time you cry, a star falls from the sky and crashes through the atmosphere, and everybody dies. They drift away through fire and flame, and not a trace remains. The universe forgets them all, and you're the one to blame.
So we have one more.
And do you guys know how to play?
Do we have time to play one more?
You have time to play.
No, we do not know how to play that.
It is somebody's.
We do not know how to
Okay, well, we'll have to do a cappella.
Oh.
Yeah. You know how to play that, right?
Are you
You're
ready?
a teacher.
He probably does.
Are you ready to do it right now?
Sure.
Should we do it now?
Yeah, you know whose it is, right?
Whose is it?
Jeff Matson's.
All right, Jeff.
Ready? 1, 2.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Jeff. Happy birthday to you.
So this is a song we learned from the Roaches, but it's not written by them. It's by a guy named Mark Johnson, just to give credit where credit is due. And we're going to do the best we can with it. It's called Love Radiates.
Beyond this world came a power struck into me. I don't know how it happened slow. I want you to know her love is true music and it radiates around. Here comes a new day, clouds roll away. Don't ask me, I don't know a thing. Let's drive to town, cross the borderline. Her love is true music and it radiates around. My chance for true happiness awaits upon her kiss. How can it be? Feels so good to know all this. My heart may break and it might fall. She is mine, I am hers through seasons all. Let's drive to town, cross the borderline. Her love is true music and it radiates around. My chance for true happiness awaits upon her kiss. How can it be? Feels so good to know all this. My heart may break and it might fall. She is mine, I am hers through seasons all. Let's drive to town, cross the borderline. Her love is true music and it radiates around. Her love is true music and it radiates around. Her love is true music and it radiates around. Love, 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 love.
Oh, was that okay?
That was awesome!
Oh, good.
So that's all we got, Dot.
That's okay. Come over and sit down. We got lots to talk
Okay.
about. Were they great or what? So if you get to hear that they're playing out, they go by he said, she said, or just listen for Annie Castellano or
Oops.
Hugh Birdsall because they've got it all going on. I have the CD. Is this going to work here?
Yeah, that's a share.
You got that, Mr. Cameraman? This is,
Otherwise,
when I got this, I
Okay.
was told this
All right.
was a single. And in my head, on a single, on a CD, it would be one song. Well, I was blessed to find out that it's not a single, it's a duo. And it has
We're
two songs
old
on
school about that.
We're thinking
Yeah.
2 songs on a single
We're
A-side
thinking
or
about 4 to
B-side.
5.
Yeah,
But
but
we can't
I'm,
afford to make it to
some
make
of us are old enough to remember what those are.
Yeah.
But some of us aren't.
I think pretty much most of us here in this room are old enough to remember that.
Well, and
Okay.
no, Sean remembers them too because Sean, yeah, because he's mine.
All right.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I am so excited to have you guys here. I've known both of you for several decades. I've
Yep.
watched both of you grow musically. Hugh, I don't think you saw me, but I definitely saw you at a party in Montville many years ago.
Was
but
it a
I
John
was
McDonald's party?
you don't even ask me whose party it was.
Oh, okay.
I was wasted and I got there wasted and left even more wasted. I don't
Oh, my
remember even
goodness.
leaving. So, but I do remember the band that played.
Uh-huh.
And it was the four of you and I was like, what kind of music is that? Because I came from Maine and I really didn't know punk at all. I knew hillbilly music from Maine. And then you played, I immediately, when I moved to Connecticut, got a job at Baba's. and you played there probably the second or third night I worked there.
Wow.
And I was hooked.
Those were the days, huh?
So it wasn't very long before I had pink hair, and yeah. So you can take that as I'm blaming that on the reducers that I have pink hair. And Annie, I'm not even sure the first time I met you. I'm pretty sure it was at the L&G. But I remember we used to hang out with a girl named Kathy. Is that her name?
There was a girl named Kathy, yes.
Yeah, and you're so different now. You've grown musically in such a way.
I wasn't doing music then,
I know, but you've grown
pretty much.
Tell Dad how we
outwards.
met.
Wait, we'll get to that.
Okay.
We'll get to that.
I don't
You
know
have
how.
grown because you were even shyer than you are now. You were extremely introverted, and I think you drank more back then than you do now. But back then, we all did a lot of drinking and drugging. But I was fascinated by the way that you controlled the people around you with your lack of voice, because I have a voice and you were quiet and people did what you wanted them to do anyway. And that was amazing to me.
I didn't know.
I didn't understand it. And since then, I've watched you start playing new music. I think the first time when I came back out of my hiding, I saw you down in New London playing solo all by yourself with a beat machine. And I was like, wow, she can sing. And since then, I was talking to some other musician type people, I don't know, a while ago, and we kind of gave you a nickname. Do you know what that is?
Oh God, I don't know that I want to hear this.
No, it's a good one. It certainly is a compliment to who
Okay,
you are.
go ahead.
Because of the music that you write and the way that you present yourself and how good you are. You're the Joni Mitchell of New London County, and yeah, a lot of us feel that way. And
Well, thank you.
yeah, we love your music, and a lot of us play it on our shows. And so now we'll get down to the other stuff. How did you guys
How
first
did
meet?
we meet?
I think you interviewed the reducers on WHUS.
Oh, that is. Oh, yes,
at
that is.
UConn.
Yes,
And she was a DJ up there.
Really?
that's right. Yes, you guys came up and
cool.
did an interview with me.
So
And we
we-
were kind of young and stupid. And
Well, I think we all were. Pretty young. We were all pretty young and stupid. We're not
Yeah.
going to say what year that was.
Yeah.
But it was a
Okay,
long time ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
So were you a DJ there before you were?
Yes. Yes, I
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
And you're still DJing, and you're still DJing. Now, we still won't date us, but you've been DJing for as long as I've known you.
Long time.
Yeah. How?
Peter
how,
and I started the Dead Air Show when it was still wind-powered radio.
right.
5 watts.
Was that 80?
WCNI.
Yeah, I know. WCNI was that 81.
79.
I thought we weren't going to name years.
Well, oh, whoops.
Cut that.
And that was
That won't go anywhere.
Good luck, we're live. That's a good thing. But the Dead Air radio show and the Rick Wrigley rock and roll old wave show was, they were shows to listen to. Right from the get-go, they were shows to listen to. And,
And the one-dimensional boy, Dan Nugent.
oh, that's right.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, we miss him. We miss him. Dan Kuhn is my friend on Facebook, and we talk about some of the old times sometimes in messages, not out in broad daylight, because we're afraid of that. So now tell us how you guys met. Besides I mean, what connected you after the radio show that you interviewed them on?
Oh, well, I was living in, I lived up near UConn. I lived in Ashford, and I used to drive down to the L&G to go to shows. I mean, pretty much once, twice a week. I used to go, I saw the Reducers. I think the first time I saw the Reducers, I think was a New Year's Eve show, 1983, maybe? I don't know. But I finally moved to New London in 87.
You were what, 11 then?
5.
About
I think I was
5.
5. Yeah. And,
That was before we started making records.
But yeah, I finally just moved to New London in 87. So, but yeah, I guess we just got to know each other through mutual friends. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hugh bailed me out one night when my car broke down after a show.
Oh,
I told you
yeah,
the
okay.
story.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I slept in downstairs of his mother's house.
That's not a bad thing.
We had to sneak in because he didn't want
I
his mom
remember
to
having
get
to
mad because
sneak
he had girls downstairs.
Hi, Mom.
Wow.
I told her that story last time I saw her.
Oh, good.
She thought it was great. She says, I would have insisted that you stay.
Oh my goodness. Yes, she would have.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So both of you connected because of music. And what got you to start writing music together?
Great question.
I remember that, actually.
It was that lullaby.
I stopped up at the radio station one night when you were doing your show. I don't remember why I was even there. But you said, we should record something.
Oh yeah.
And then we
did.
decided to do that.
We got together, and the first song we wrote, we literally traded lines. Like I would write a line, and she would write a line. And
Is
I
that
would write a
where
line.
was
is
the
that where
lullaby.
your
Yeah.
Every Time You Cry song? Now
Yeah.
you have to know that song right there is still in my top 10 favorite songs.
Wow.
It's still
Wow.
It's right. I sang along with you guys.
It's almost as good as the Cradle Will Rock and Down Will Fall,
Yeah,
Baby.
it's better.
Oh, okay.
It's better than that. It's better than that. It's got what do you call it? It's got staying power. It
All
takes
right.
it takes a pretty special song to have that kind of staying power in my box of good songs. You know, and that this too. Now, another one of your songs that is my all-time favorite and is still in my top 10 is Train.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
A lot of people say they really like that
I
one.
love that song.
Thank you.
The first time I ever played it was on WCNI, and I just picked a song because I wanted to play that CD, and that's the one I played. And I was like, she's amazing. I'm like dancing around to the song. What I want to know is, how do you write such happy feeling songs that are so melancholy and sad? How do you do that?
I don't know how to write happy songs.
No, but your songs, don't her songs feel happy? Her
Oh,
songs
yeah.
feel happy. Everything you write, most everything you write, feels happy until you listen to the lyrics, and then, oh my goodness, then we get sad.
I think it's probably I'm not really like a ballad type of, I don't write ballads. I don't think I've ever written a ballad. I mean, that's just the way they come out, tempo-wise, I think, just with that sort of energy. And I think maybe that just gives you the impression that maybe it's a happy song.
Well, they feel happy. I can dance to them. What is your muse? What makes you sit down and write a song?
To be honest with you, I usually have to force myself to sit down and write.
Really?
I don't get inspired that easily, honestly. I don't sit and say, well, once in a while. Once in a while I get an idea, but quite often it really takes, there's a lot of work involved. I really have to, it doesn't come easily to me.
And then do you fix it over and over and
Yeah.
over again like a lot of musicians?
Yeah, I do.
What inspires you to write songs, Hugh?
It's what I do for fun. Other people watch professional sports. I sit down and write songs. So I have you have to give it a lot of time. So I give it the time that it takes.
That's awesome. I wish I could write a song.
All you need to do is give it the time.
No, you know what I do?
Oh.
I change the words to songs.
Oh, there you go.
No,
Oh, maybe not.
maybe not. Because they're inspired by feelings. So,
See, I think possibly, I mean, it may be the fact that I really haven't been writing songs for very long. So it's still really difficult
when
for me.
did you really
It's gotten
start writing songs?
I wrote my first song. It was Darkness was the first song I ever wrote, and that was 2002. It's
Really?
the first song I ever wrote,
And
yeah.
whose
So-
music were you playing out in public before that?
I wasn't.
Were people playing
Really?
music? Were people giving you music to play? Was 2002 when
No,
the
I
first
really
time
wasn't.
I saw you?
Well, actually, I was playing. I was playing music with the Skinwalkers. We
Right.
And so we were playing Dorian's songs. And I didn't have any songs. I had never written any songs. And I actually came up with the idea for Darkness. It was on the way home from a practice that night, and that was the first one. And then I wrote another one, I think, a couple months after that. But I wasn't. I was just playing guitar in that band. I wasn't singing, and I wasn't writing the songs.
Now, there's a musician with some staying power also, is Dorian. He's been
Yeah.
around since the beginning of time also. I can't get him to come do my show, though. He says, I'm a vampire. I don't get out of bed during the day. As simple as that.
What can you do?
Yeah, well, we just keep talking about his music. Now, in our community here in New London County, we seem to have a very large amount of not just talented people, but extremely talented people. Do you think that?
Yes,
yeah,
I
there's a
agree.
lot.
And our community isn't the kind of community that, and I say I kind of try to include myself in that a little bit. Even though I'm not a musician, I'm friends with a lot of you, and our community tends to stick together. And it's not that cat and mouse, you play here, and we're not playing together kind of thing. What do you think brings that together for us as a community of musicians and friends?
I think Jim Miller put it the best. He said that New London is the place you come to get over yourself.
I like that.
And so people aren't very ambitious or something, or egotistical, or
Egotistical. I don't see,
maybe they're ambitious, I don't know.
I don't see a lot of ego here, and when it happens, it gets squashed really quickly. People tend to squash people's egos. I've seen it happen, and that's such a good thing for the person it's happening to, but it's even better for our community as a whole.
And there's a lot of goodwill.
There really
people
is. You don't see that
want
in
good
most
things
places.
for each other.
Yeah, I see that, and I see that in the way things go. I want to step off the Annie and Hugh thing just for a minute. There's a new kind of trio happening called the 3-Pack. How's that going?
It's fun.
Yeah, we
kind of suck still, but we're working on it. We've only had 2 gigs, so
Right.
it takes a while to get the experience to become halfway decent. So,
okay.
So the more, we rehearse a lot, but that's different. Playing out is the way that you get good. And when you've only played out twice, you're not that good yet.
Okay.
So when we start,
think a lot of us
give us
would
another year or
disagree
two,
with
and
you.
we'll probably be a good band.
I think I know what he's getting at. It doesn't matter how good the individual members are. I mean, you could be good, and he could be good, and she could be good, but you have to get good at playing together, and playing out together is a different ball game.
Yeah.
I think it really takes a while. I mean,
Everything changes on the stage.
it's a lot
does.
it's a lot different than playing by yourself, or even practicing.
I heard some guys say that you lose 6 months of your ability every time you get on stage. That is, if you're practice and practice and practice, you're going to be as good as you were 6 months ago
When you get on stage.
when you get on the stage.
Wow.
But you guys have been playing together for a number of decades.
Yeah, but
and-
we had to relearn. We're doing all new material, so we
Right.
had to learn all these songs.
Well,
And
word on the
it just
street is
takes
that
time.
you're fabulous.
Oh,
So
thanks.
that's all good.
you're very
What do
kind.
you guys want to do with she said, he said in the future? Is this
I
going
don't
to
know. What
be
do you wanna
a bigger
I don't know.
Is this going to be a bigger project than just the single? And the lullaby?
The way I see it is, and you may disagree completely with this,
Okay.
I figure every year or every 6 months, depending on how the spirit moves us, we'll put out another single, and then eventually we'll have enough for an album. And then we'll put out an album with all those songs that we put as
Yes.
singles. And I personally enjoy the recording process.
I know you do.
Lots of people hate it.
And you're good with it.
Well, I do the best I can. I enjoy learning about it. And so this is an excuse to record and to get into that process some more. And I've never considered writing songs for a female voice until I started working with Anne. And then I said, oh, this could be a girl singing or whatever.
Right.
And some songs I'll write and I'll say, oh, I can't sing that. Maybe she will. And she sometimes says, yeah.
I think that you two work together really well. You're both really different in so many ways, but when you play together, it's that puzzle piece that fits together, interlocks perfectly. When I heard Every Time You Cry, I cried, and for the first probably 6 months easily of listening to that song, and my grandson will attest to that, I cried every time I heard that song because of deep beauty of it. Now, you went back and forth with words on that? Is that how you wrote that song?
Yeah, we decided, well, we were going to record something. And we said,
we
what are we?
started
And we
from
said, what are we going
scratch.
to? And I think I said, what are we going to record? And Hugh said, we'll write something. And it's like, okay. So I'm like, all right. I'm used to writing songs by myself. So said, and not even having done that for very long. So I showed up at your house and we said, what are we going to do? And you had a couple of ideas. You said, which, so I picked one that I liked. And, we said, what's it going to be about? And I thought it sounded like a lullaby. So we said, let's write a lullaby. So we just sat down and, I don't know, we came up with a line and came up with the next line and came up with the next line and laughed an awful lot. It was hilarious. It really was.
Yeah, and she had some lyrics that she had started, and she gave them to me and let me play with them. And then I had a song that I had finished, and I had this thing, this guitar part. It was like a lead part, na, na, na. And then we had her sing it, and it sounded so much better than the guitar part to have her sing that. So it was things like that would happen. Things that were already there, we played around with, and they got better when we did them together.
Yeah, I actually sent him, I emailed you lyrics to that song. And well, I kind of had this, and I didn't know what I was going to do with it.
You had a chorus, I think.
No, I had the whole.
You had some verses
I had the
too.
whole thing. I had the entire. You changed, I think, one
changed
verse,
some
but
things, yeah.
but I pretty much had a whole song,
Yeah.
just lyrics, and I didn't
Yeah.
know what I was going to do
So I
with it.
put some music to
So I emailed it to you, and I think 2 days later, you sent me. You had
Like
done
a
a
demo
demo
or
with
something,
you put
Now,
some
did you
music
do
in.
that to end up on the Good Sponge record, or did you end up on the Good Sponge record because you had done it?
I think the second thing.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
we'd
that's
already
how-
started doing that, and then that came along, and we said, sure, we'll do
Yeah,
something.
that was a good thing. I think that was a great sampler. It was notably called Grandma's, what was it? What did I call it? Grandma's soundtrack for the summer.
Oh, great.
And I played.
Yeah, Ben Parent has just been instrumental in getting
Yeah.
things happening. He's somebody who
mixes
he's
things up and pulls
a
things
catalyst
together.
for things to happen,
Yeah.
which is so great.
And the music in the meadow,
Yeah,
he pulled together too,
and the
right?
Center Circle and
Yep.
a bunch of other things, yeah.
Yep. If you guys had the opportunity to change the world with one song, what song would that be, and how would you make sure people got to hear it?
Do you mean one of our songs?
Well,
Or do you mean
no, I don't care.
like just
The
a
question
one
is-
song?
The question is, if you knew that one song could change the world, it can be your song, it can be my song, it can be Beethoven's song. I don't
Oh,
care.
boy.
But it's your legacy to the world. It's your legacy.
I'm going to let Ann field
Oh,
that.
that's a really hard question.
It's the question that every musician on this show gets to ask.
Oh,
gets
see,
to
I haven't seen the
answer.
show, or I would have maybe been prepared for this question.
Well, if you choose one of your own songs, everyone's going to think you're an egomaniac.
Well, I
And if
know,
you choose
right?
somebody else's song, they're saying, oh, well, she's got no originality. So what do you, it's like you're putting us in
What do you-
between a rock and a hard
It is.
place here.
It is a hard question, but you want to leave a legacy, and I think that we have to leave a legacy behind us as we go. We do. We have
Okay.
to. You agree with that? You're a school teacher.
Okay. If I can give you two answers to that question.
Okay, then please do.
If I were going to leave one song behind that
It
would
would be
change
two.
the world, it would be a song that I wrote for some kids at my school where I teach.
Okay,
And they call it the rock and roll song.
I like that.
And it's a song that I wrote because the reducer said, Hugh, your songs are too complicated. And I said, okay, I'll show you. I'm going to write the simplest song there is. And this song only has 6 words. And it's only got 4 chords in it. And it's called Yeah, Yeah, All Right, Come On.
I
And
love
those are
that
the lyrics.
song. I love that
And
song.
I decided it would be the quintessential rock and roll song. But when I play it at school, it's different from the way the reducers used to play it.
Well, I would think so.
So
Maybe a little bit.
the kids sing it, and then we get to this part where they play air guitar, and then I go Beatles, and they go ah, 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 and then I go Elvis, and they go yeah, yeah, all right, come on, and they all do that too. So it's more fun the way the kids do it. So I think this is a possibly world-changing song.
I have no doubt about that. It is a great song, and yeah, It really is.
So now you know what an egomaniac I really am, because I
don't
chose
think-
one of my songs.
I don't think that choosing a song that is that simple yet that available to complexity is being an egomaniac. I believe that that's showing people that music can take a lot of different forms in a very simple way. I think Beethoven knew that.
Yeah, he wrote some great riffs.
Yeah, he did. He really did, and people have used them over and over and over again. Annie, what keeps you going?
What keeps me going?
Yeah.
You mean in music-wise or
In life, I see that your music brings you out. It brings you out. When you're on stage, you're not the same person that you are person to person. And I've talked to you alone and told you how I feel about who you are and where you are in your life. What keeps you moving and keeps you going? You have your job with the animals, and you have some really cool animals. But what keeps you going like that? Because it's hard. It's hard to go when there's things that kind of hold us back.
Music keeps me going. I mean, that's really what keeps me.
And every night that you're
I mean,
out,
pretty much everything I do is. I mean, you know, I think we all do what we have to, so we can do what we want to do. You know, whether it be playing music or seeing other people play music. I mean, that's really what I've always loved the best. So.
Did you play music growing up?
Yeah, I've always pretty
Was
much.
your family
We were always
musical?
encouraged to. Yeah, my dad played music. I actually he made a record for my mom when they were dating, back in the early was it mid-50s. It was 78. He had a machine that made records, that recorded records.
How cool
I have
is
it.
that?
I have the
You
original.
do?
It's a 78. It's got 3 songs on it. And he sang and played guitar and he played harmonica. And I have memories of going to sleep and listening to him, and his friend used to come over and they would, play music and in the, downstairs. So yeah, there were guitars around the house. I mean, there were piano. I took piano lessons, but that never really clicked with me. I have really small hands, so I wasn't really good with piano. But yeah, my older brother and we taught ourselves how to play guitar. We were like 8 years old. Played off and on. I had a band with my brother Tony. When we were in high school, we had a band. We did covers.
Now, don't you have a brother that plays?
That is the same. That's the same
Tony.
brother. Yep. So we're the 2 middle children. We're the only 2 that really ever did much with music.
Right.
And the other 2 don't really. They don't play at all. But
Now-
the 2 of us, we played together in high school, and we were both. It was band and chorus, and I was in.
You were band and chorus?
Oh yeah.
I'm kidding.
I know, right?
What'd you do?
No, I was.
What got you banned?
Oh.
Sorry.
No. I was in concert and marching band, sang in chorus.
What did you play in
when
the
I was
concert marching band? Please tell me you played the trombone.
No, first I played. When I first joined the band, I played bassoon, and I played that but I couldn't be in marching band with that. So my friend and I taught ourselves how to play piccolo because the school had 2 piccolos that weren't being used. So I switched to piccolo, and then I played piccolo in the Yukon marching band for a few years.
And you can still
and
play.
I still do play. I play with the alumni marching band every year.
No kidding.
At homecoming,
Great.
up at Rentschler
I think
Field. We do that.
I think I saw you
So,
post something about that.
So I've just pretty much always done, and then I didn't play for a long time. Probably about 10 years. I didn't do any music for a long time. But I mean, I was bound to get back into it.
Do you think that you'll put piccolo in any of your upcoming music?
That's possible. You never know.
That would be very
Yeah.
cool.
That's a tough instrument. It's not really it's a loud shrill. I mean, it's better suited to a marching band. It's not really much of a concert instrument. But I would maybe do flute or something like that. I mean, I could always. Who knows?
Awesome. I think that they
Try to
said
resist that temptation to. I know how to play this. Let's play. I mean, that gets a little annoying sometimes. I think. Hold on. I'm going to play this instrument. Now I'm going to play this. It's kind of like I'd rather maybe just get better at playing guitar,
Well, you certainly have stepped up your game in the last few years, and I believe that you're maturing as a woman and as a musician, and I love the direction you're going in. I sit back and watch what people are doing musically, and every once in a while I get overexcited. Well, I mean, only a little bit me excited. But watching you grow as a musician has really inspired me to, number one, want you on every show that I have, and number two, to play your music. It's hard on CNI for me because I do the classical show, but I really switched it up so that the last hour of my show I can play whatever I want and do the interviews and play the local music, because it's so important to support you guys that are so good, because you are. Where do you see you going with all that you do? I mean, you're recording for people. You're in at least 3 groups that I know of. I mean, you've got Dog Bite, and She Said, He Said, and now the 3-pack.
Yep.
And what else? What am I missing?
That's probably it.
And you do solo stuff also.
I've been doing more of that lately. I think that I'm acutely aware that I probably have a limited amount of time that I can keep doing this, and so I do it as much as I can. You know, you get older, your voice goes, your fingers get arthritic and whatever. And none of that's happened to me yet, but who knows? So I'll take what comes, and I'll try to fit as much in as possible.
That's wonderful. Do you think that after the fact, when you feel like you can't do it anymore, that you'll be teaching others to keep on keeping on with what you do? You'll always be able to record for other people.
Maybe. I do a little bit of that now, but not as much as I used to. Who knows? Maybe.
All right. You guys, are you sure you don't have one more song to take us out with?
I heard you needed an instrumental. Is that true?
That would be a wonderful thing. Do you have that?
He does.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay, because we're running out of time. I want to thank you all for watching Grandma's Attic Music Review. This has been Andy Castellano and Hugh Birdsall. They do a band called She Said, He Said. I don't think that shows very well, but it's a great little single with 2 songs, like on the 45s. And I'm pretty sure you can get it at the Telegraph and at any show that they're at. So check it out, because it's definitely worthwhile. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them all over New London County. I believe that there's gigs coming up next weekend. It's Sailfest here in New London, and everybody's playing everywhere. There's the Acoustic Festival. What are you guys doing next weekend? You're not playing at all? Oh my goodness. You'll be out. They're playing Friday? The 3-pack is playing Friday where?
At the Art Park.
Yes. We'll be there. We'll be there, right,
I'll be
Ann?
there.
We'll be there. We'll be at the Art Park Friday night to see the 3-pack and whoever else is playing next weekend. Come to New London, support local music, support local shops, keep our money here where our money belongs, and support the economy here. I'll see you guys all next week. Thank you so much for watching. Here's
This
Hugh.
is called the Riverside Stomp.